Recently, a lot of Chinese companies reach out to Fange, me, seeking help with their North American expansions. Most of them are incredibly efficient, technologically sophisticated, and scale very fast. But there are some gaps between Chinese firms' cultures and the local market. I've been in the States since high school in 2006 and still run into some cultural aha moments occasionally. So let me share some common problems and risks that Chinese companies may run into when they land in the States. First, labor issues. Most Chinese companies are pretty intense. No work-life balance. Kind of like the Japanese, but the Chinese even work 6 days a week and always answer calls after office hours. Labor contract may not clearly define exempt or non-exempt, and overtime is just expected. When these companies enter the US, the supervisors often keep the same routine, calling employees on weekends, assign work after office hours, and never pay overtime. That could cause serious backlash from local teams. On top of that, many Chinese companies openly state they don't hire anyone over 35 because they think older employees can handle the long hours and even write them directly into job description. That could potentially trigger legal issues in North America. Second, in Chinese corporate culture, supervisors care a lot about their authority. It's often considered disrespectful and rude if an employee disagrees with them. There's an old saying in China, 说一不二. If I say it's 1, it can be 2. Employees are expected to obey, follow the group, and act more like gears in a machine. On the other hand, North America is more tolerant of individualism, maybe also because there are way too many Gen Zs in the workforce now. Ironically, many Chinese employees respect their company for life, only to realize the company never actually respects them back when they get laid off without severance. Third, the respect for IP and the original idea is non-existent. A lot of Chinese companies still rely on copycat tactics and price wars. For decades, China has been on the lower end of the international manufacturing chain, and protection for IP and copyright was weak. Many companies don't even have their own competitive advantages. They just copy others' ideas and produce a cheap knockoff to survive. Things have improved in recent years for sure, but the habit is still there. For example, I invented Chinatown meatball egg in 2023, a braised egg that has its yolk replaced with a chicken breast meatball. It was sensational when we first launched, but within months, tons of knockoff brands started copying our product. And just not the product, but also post design, slogan, commercials, and everything. In China, that's standard industry practice. But if you do that in the US or Europe, lawsuit coming. Another example, a lot of Chinese companies ask job candidates to submit detailed written proposals during interviews, but they won't sign an NDA. Sometimes, the company will talk to multiple candidates, collect their decks and ideas, and then ghost them, use idea internally. Last but not least, most Chinese company founders don't speak English or other languages, and their understanding of globalization is still in very early stages. Unlike the US, China doesn't really have much immigration. The vast majority in inland areas are Han Chinese, so it's difficult for them to fully grasp how people think in multicultural, politically diverse countries. Don't be surprised if you hear some wild stereotypes coming out from Chinese co-workers' mouth. They don't mean harm, it's just they spend their lives inside the information silo. This is Fange, and I work across China and North America. Follow for more stories between the two countries.